I know I'm about to hear nothing but lies. So let me help you in case you're slow.
Excuse me?
My name's Valencia. You can't get within 2 feet of my man. So please walk your ass back out that door if you know what's good for you. On delay. Let's go.
I think there's a case of mistaken identity.
You're dense. Don't act surprised, you Jezebels are all the same coming up in here playing things off.
Wow, you're on something heavy. What's going on here?
Very cute. No.
You need to look in the mirror and reevaluate.
I did, honey, and I saw the woman who's killing you whores everywhere I go. I'm already onto you, honey. It's not going to work. I know what this is all about.
You must be a mind reader. And I'm still trying to figure who you're speaking to.
I'm looking at you. You're not a ghost, although I can see right through your intentions.
You're clearly overworked.
Big, black and long, that's the accurate description.
Of what?
Of Juicy Dick Richard. Satan sculptured it to perfection. It's so good and horribly evil, he's the only man that makes me scream till my throat's dry.
I'm dreaming.
He's mine. Hoping to fuck before the night is over? I don't think so, no ma'am.
This is very sad and unnecessary.
Get out of here before I have security throw you out on that cheap knockoff suit and overly processed hair of yours.
You're not okay.
He's not going to be turned on. You don't look sexy. What you're wearing is obnoxious, loud, and criminal. Look, answer one question. Just where do you think you're going with your breasts up to your neck? You damn well heard me, you're just trying to think of a lie. No one entices Richard but me.
What's wrong with you?
Did I speak another language? Or are you too cute and full of yourself to understand?
You can't be serious about the words coming out of your mouth. I'm dressed appropriately.
I'm very serious. I don't play about what belongs to me.
I think you've got me mixed up with someone else.
You have no integrity and no shame.
Your bad language is so offensive, I can almost guarantee you did something you weren't supposed to, and they gave you this job out of sheer charitable pity.
Regardless, it won't change how Mr. Goldman feels about this sweet nectar I give him. You're generic, at best. Soon as he sees you, he's going to projectile vomit all over his desk. Why? Because I'm the one he loves. Not Jasmine, not you, me. Then after, you'll have an awful feeling of utter helplessness. Simply paralyzed beyond the reality of rejection. I think your best option is inserting beads in your vagina. Cleanse it. Do something.
All of these wicked things you're saying. I feel sorry for you.
Get with the truth.
Having this incredible strange obsession with a married man who's your boss. Trying to assassinate any woman who inquires about him.
You're wrong. You're the toxic human being. Not me. You can't be trusted.
Hopefully, they will drug test you, sooner than later. Excuse me. I'm here to see Richard Goldman. Hello. Hello there.
Forgive me, I didn't realize I was listening to a dead line. The customer must have hung up. Happens periodically, it comes with the territory.
Are you the receptionist?
No, I'm not. I'm the lead secretary who covers the front desk as well.
If you don't mind me saying, I think you're in need of some time off.
One moment. Incoming call.
Sure.
Good afternoon, Goldman Oil Premium and Affordable. How may I assist you today? Yes, ma'am, we absolutely do. If you'd like, I can direct you to our sales department for more extensive information, or I could go over a few options.
Great.
Not a problem, ma'am. I can certainly help you. Please hold a moment. It's been one of those days. We're very busy. I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Lauren Livingston.
Do you have an appointment?
No, I do not. But I'm pretty sure he'll see me.
Maybe you'd like to see Mrs. Goldman instead.
No, thank you though. My business is with him.
I see. Well, Mr. Goldman is a stickler for being blind-sided and doesn't like unannounced visitors.
I understand.
I have to get some information before I can send you in, since you don't have an appointment and didn't go through our screening process.
I'm not going to be here long. My husband and I are pretty well known in the community.
It's protocol. These questions may seem irrelevant, but we build a small profile on anyone who wishes to enter Mr. Goldman's office. Do I have your permission?
Sure, just as long as the questions aren't too personal.
Let's get you set up here. It'll just take a moment. What do you do for a living?
Prestigious events and marketing for high-end clientele.
Great. Since you're pressed for time, I'll ask 3 more questions. Shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
As I've mentioned, some information will remain private.
I understand. I'm actually a private woman myself. I think most professional women conduct themselves that way. How long have you been married? Do you have children? And how many more visits do you plan making here to see Mr. Goldman?
Family. Entrepreneurship is the way to go. But celebrities, honorary degrees, are the biggest rip-off crock of shit ever. If you don't spend years working hard to achieve a degree, you shouldn't be allowed to obtain it. Simple as that. Lets you know how fugazi these prestigious colleges are. If you believe Sean P. Diddy Combs did not pay for the honorary bullshit, like every other damn celebrity who has won, you are a fool. Of course he paid. Michael, you are not a shot caller. Never in your life. Hang tight. Man, oh man. These academic alumni thieves have been greedy, hungry liars since the beginning of higher learning education. Sean Combs signed off on the gift agreement to acquire more fame. He paid in 2016. Fuck all that other shit. I don't care if it's a black college. We know who ultimately owns it. They are the puppeteers who rake in black dough. Say it. They lied, talking about he never paid. Pastry cream puff folks never give you anything for free. Never. If you don't like this hardcore information, hang up the damn phone. If you are financially well off and black, they will find a way to get plenty of your money. They will not return Sean Combs' buck dancing Benjamins, because it goes against everything they believe. What he did was disgusting. I would never condone ever. And don't write me letters about the figures of speech I use. Don't. They are words finessing your ass. As needed, you morons. Now, let's get real, shall we? A gold-digging woman, looking for money and fame, getting handled at the Continental Hotel wasn't the first. And damn sure won't be the last. You social media nuts. Shut up about it and stop acting brand new. Michael Collin, this is lecture. The only way you can get a woman back to your bedroom to spend real quality time is by a blindfold and drugging her with chloroform. If they come willingly, they pop in. Then leave that condemned unit 10 minutes later. I'll be with you shortly. In conclusion of this topic, it's easy to discredit Sean Combs to say he never paid because his reputation is in the toilet. Stop repeating their talking points, believing everything they report. Now Sean did something disgraceful and terrible that his children can never unsee. It's beyond tragic, Lord have mercy. But he paid that $1 million for that honorary mess. To receive a public pat on the head, they were quick to take his money, and you know this. And the treasurers didn't give shit back. They stuck it in their bank accounts. You can believe the lies if you want. Hell to the no. What are you talking about, Michael? You must still be selling that Reggie marijuana you smoke, you keep stashed in the apartment, to your customers, and everybody's laughing eating cheese popcorn. Lost as fuck like you. Yes, you are. Silence your trap right now. You should be sick of yourself, damn it, man. You come off childlike. Trying to act innocent, it won't work. You've shown a violent side to women behind closed doors. Your words, not mine. Look, you are 49 years old, constantly stoned and goofy. We built this country and other civilizations, invented a lot of great products we use today, but they lie to us to keep us afraid and inferior. So don't go to the theater to watch another propaganda slave movie ever. I don't care if our black directors are too dumb to recognize what's going on. So, wake your ass up. Stop falling into a slumber after you demolished a bottle of cheap tequila your papa bought for you. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't know Top Shelf. If it bopped you on the top of your head, Where you experienced pain before. Silence. People. Some of you kiss your children in the mouth. It has incest written all over it. It's wrong and sick. Stop hiding behind the notion of loving them kids so much. These are the results. So many of us have been through hell and back because of so much disrespect disloyal people have shown. We would rather be alone, do everything by ourselves, getting familiar with unnatural shit, not fit for human beings at all. Which brings it to my next point, family. Why are we eating beef Wellington at these nasty expensive food joints? Just because you saw ridiculous folks on TV acting bushy. Stop being a goddamn follower at the detriment of your health. The shit is undercooked, pink in the middle, which means microorganisms are still swimming up in the damn thing, and you wonder why. You are running to the doctor years later, with your ass in your hand, screaming bloody murder for relief. But I digress. Oh, Michael Collin, please. If that's the way you feel, let other people call in sometime. I can't be the only one you seek for mental assistance. Make an appointment with her then. Simple. I see. Did you hear yourself? Under your reefer high. Gibberish baby talk. Exactly. It's the hat you wear 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Because your scalp is fucking witchy. I heard you twice. Damn the barber shop around the corner from your house. Getting fade haircuts. No. You got rat droppings in your scalp living under your hat, you do. Trying to spit whack game to the ladies. Cease this shit. Because I said what I damn said. If you don't know the ways and secrets of maintaining a proper adult life, shut up and stop talking about your bull crap no one cares about but you. This is why you got struck. For snooping through your male friend's phone. He wasn't feeling that. Look, Michael. Your trauma history is flowing into the airwaves. I'm not afraid of confrontation. I'm humble enough to understand the situation before you get me fucked all the way up. Wow. No kidding. Do you own a flamethrower? You don't. Get one. I told you what it is if you're not purchasing the pump. I informed you of options before. No, she's not. Silence. Let's get something straight once and for all, family. A stallion is a male horse, not a woman built like a brick house, gyrating her body parts, cocking legs wide open. To anyone willing to watch that shit is pathetic, wearisome, and tiresome. Like, what the hell is going on with you, Michael? So, you bought a cash card from a corner store, uploaded 2 years' worth of library paychecks as a way to thank yourself, but 3 hours later, cyber thieves stole every dime. Did I get that right? They beat the digital brakes off you, Michael. Without a bat. Say it. They did. No. I'm not involved on these assignments anymore. I left. But there's a national federal investigation going on with this syndicate operation. Very sad you didn't see this coming. No, it isn't. Your damaged brain didn't protect itself from electronic grand larceny due to the harmful concoctions you ingest after work on a daily basis. It sure doesn't pay. Literally. When you don't listen and behave like a moron.
Excuse me for interrupting.
I'm in the middle of something that shouldn't be interrupted. What is it, Valencia?
I do apologize. I tried to call. You have a visitor who isn't on your schedule. Should I have them make an appointment and send them away?
That's the way we have been running things around here.
She's looking pretty dolled up. Wearing her finest, doused in perfume you wouldn't like. She's insisting the sky's falling, and must see you immediately.
Quite dramatic, don't you think?
Not really.
She would have breezed past you and ran through the door.
You have a point. Although, I was always taught to call people. As you see these types.
You seem to be straying farther away from professionalism and reality.
Well, pardon me if the weekend you and I had together was a bit draining and eye-opening.
I tell people you're efficient, hardworking. Something you used to be when I first hired you. Am I going to keep lying to them? Or are you going to straighten up to keep your job to maintain your extracurricular activities?
You mean the ones that involve you enjoying yourself with me? Sure. But it's nice to know. I'm always covered on the back end, whenever I'm on the verge of losing my position. Thank you very much.
You're tying my hands. This is what you want. We really don't want to get rid of you. For obvious reasons. Because if I have to waste valuable time searching for a suitable replacement, don't bother requesting a recommendation, because you'll never be able to work in this country ever again.
Do I have to hear this once a month? I'm just scrutinizing walk-ins, per your instructions. I'm simply telling you what I observed. Is that so wrong, to be honest, so you're able to prepare in case you have to send her packing?
Earth to Valencia. What's her name?
Before I get into that, your 3 o'clock from Europe, with the unbearable attitude, cancelled. For reasons he didn't state, he said he'd be in contact a few days from now.
For the second time, this man is ridiculous.
That's correct, sir.
What I offered is a deal of a lifetime. Trying to locate a better option is absurd.
I'm sure.
When he calls to book a new appointment, push it forward 2 weeks.
Repercussions. For stupidity and indecisiveness.
If news media calls today, I'll accept this time. They want me to dance frivolously at their cobblestone feet. I will most certainly not. I always run the show. They know this.
As you wish.
Thank you.
Aren't you forgetting something? The woman waiting is Mrs. Lauren Livingston. She's sitting in the lobby. I told her I'd let you know of her presence. And just to reiterate, she doesn't have an appointment, has never been listed on your past schedule.
I'll make an exception. Also, in 1 hour, I need you to pick up the flowers and gift I got for Jasmine. She's flying in shortly.
No problem.
Very good.
Maybe in the future, you'd be interested in utilizing their delivery services. It's smooth and easy.
Now why? Why would I do that when I have you?
One other small detail. David Livingston is her husband.
I'm aware. And you should be as well. We worked with them long enough. This should be interesting.
I can easily send her away. You have 20-minute slots, a couple months from now.
Valencia. I have a little time today. Send her in. You know what this means, don't you? Too much money involved. Absolutely. This is only the beginning. A start of an amazing journey. We'll talk more on the subject when I return from Switzerland next week. You let me worry about that. Process is in motion. Lauren Livingston. Who do I owe the pleasure?
I thought we should meet. Formally. In person.
You're a professional woman with a thriving business. Quite popular, actually. You know how this goes.
If you're referring to me not having an appointment, I do apologize. But I can think of worse things, besides being caught off guard. Facing the unknown.
Such as?
I don't want to alarm you. But, for one, your secretary / receptionist, I was just taken on a wild ride by strange behavior I hadn't seen in a very long time. For no apparent reason, it was bizarre. I got the feeling. Mr. Goldman, there's more going on behind closed doors than the obvious.
Did you make an exhausting trip to discuss normal office productivity and politics of a rigorous work environment of any multi-million-dollar company?
No, I didn't. But there's a few things we need to discuss.
Why don't we have a seat?
My husband David and I have worked closely alongside you and your wife through phone calls, email, various forms of electronic communication to ensure a favorable financial outcome for your company.
And yours. For years.
I don't want to seem ungrateful. However, our contribution, instilling notoriety throughout the States, contributing to the success of your company, has been monumental.
Monumental?
Yes.
You have brought value. Absolutely. But not to the degree you're stating. Jasmine and I are in boardrooms, closing deals. Not you.
Those networking black tie events. And extravaganza glitz and glamour balls. Our high-end client list. Certainly, David and I have connected you to some of the most wealthiest old money families around the world. With that being said, well, I feel silly bringing this to your attention, but a woman has to do what she has to do.
Naturally.
Don't you think they're spending too much time together?
Who?
Our spouses.
It's business. There are no secrets kept, or hidden agendas, between me and my wife.
Everyone keeps secrets.
I put a shitload of money in your pockets.
It doesn't negate what I know is going on.
What brings you to this conclusion of gross insecurity?
Intuition. The cold feelings and distance I'm experiencing in my marriage.
Where's the concrete proof of what you're confessing?
My heart is telling me things I don't want to believe. And David's skittish reaction. Unexplained bank transactions. The sheer mention of your wife's name.
Your feelings are not definitive evidence of adultery.
It's not. But I don't think I'm wrong.
And there you were, speaking about my employees negatively not even 30 minutes ago.
Call me a hypocrite, I really don't care at this juncture.
How do you expect us to move forward in a business relationship when you're throwing out these silly accusations?
This is my life and marriage we're talking about here, and you better damn well open your eyes to what you thought would never happen.
This is your problem. Stop pulling others into your crumbling marriage.
My husband is fucking your wife, I know it. It's that simple, Richard.
My wife. She doesn't operate by the same code of ethics as your David.
I can't believe you're this lost and blind, forcing your eyes closed.
From what I understand, there's a female doctor describing occurrences from her personal life in one of her books. Is it your husband? Or some other reckless guy who doesn't respect the sanctity of marriage?
It's not him.
Mrs. Livingston. Are you sure?
This quack of a doctor's got you under her spell too, I see. You must be reading her trashy novels on your free time, while David gives Jasmine his sausage.
No. Who gives a rat's fucking ass about her books?
Apparently you do.
A wise man once said, "The grapevine is longer than you think."
It's not him, Richard. There's a resemblance. But it's not him.
Sometimes the truth is too painful to accept, so we shift blame elsewhere.
Exactly. Which is why you refuse to accept this ugly reality.
He isn't exactly husband of the year and deserves trophies. Why? Because his past is sketchy.
Speaking of books, I would love to dig into yours. Go over your real estate portfolio with a fine-tooth comb. What would I find?
One that is incredibly impressive. I'm sure you saw the daytime broadcast. Mystery company buys $980 million of land near California for agricultural purposes. It's not a secret to me. If I'm the one responsible, they think my purchasers have ties to China. But their 6 months research has brought them nothing. It's ridiculous.
I'm not interested.
That's what they say.
I'm not.
They all want what I have, including you.
You don't know David the way you think you do. And he's not an alcoholic, like some people sitting before me at this present moment.
Hence, why you have made this visit here today. Correct?
Are they dismissing charges and allegations levied against you and Jasmine? No, they're not. Correct?
Don't speak about something you know nothing about.
This kind of attitude won't hold up in court. Look. We shouldn't turn on each other. We both have this awful situation, and it's not going away, it's going to get worse.
Is that so?
I realize you believe you're invincible due to your God complex, but I'm afraid it is. I don't like this no more than you do. But I couldn't go another day without pulling you into the misery I'm dealing with. It's not fair.
We thought highly of you and your services.
Your wife is getting serviced by my supposedly devoted husband, can't you see that? How long are we going to sit idly by and do nothing?
There's the door. Goodbye, Mrs. Livingston.
We need to come together, not divide. This is the time where something should be done to punish them.
No. Now is the time to create more businesses and buy as much real estate as possible. Not break up your marriage due to a few hunches your mind has conjured.
Look, we both have a lot at stake. A lot to lose. We all know the investigation hasn't been easy.
Don't concern yourself with my affairs.
Are you going to hire the private detective? Or should I?